with module 2 of engineering state 1 exam. Advantage of using the waterfall approach. One advantage of using the waterfall approach is that it is simple to follow step by step. You could say it is most commonly used. Well, they say one, but I'll just give you options. Most commonly used. And you could also say that has set deliverables. Yeah, so anything that you could also add in, like, highly structured workflow. Something along those lines. Once you show that you understand that, the waterfall is the most structured method of them all, should be good. There are 2 disadvantages of using the waterfall, right? So disadvantages now would be that because it's so highly structured, it's really not flexible. So it's not as flexible as other methods. And because it's not as flexible, you really can't do much. You can't do much. What was the word, boy? Can't do many things on the fly. You're really boxed in a little bit. So yeah, so you're kind of boxed in. Alright, and another big disadvantage of waterfall is that feedback to customers is not always given. Feedback to customers or clients is lacking at times, because they don't really give the clients on them any feedback most of the times. They just know what's supposed to happen at the end because that's the product that they expect. So that's what it would look like. Yeah. There are others that you could put in there, but those are 2 easy ones that you could put in. Describe the formal transformation model and state when it's most appropriate. Okay, formal transformation is used for applications that need to be focused. I hope I spelled focus correct. Let's see. If I spell it wrong, yeah, that's okay, right? Focus on precision in their implementation. It focuses on verification of the processes to ensure high reliability. High reliability is a good word there. Yeah, high reliability for high reliability was our next. That was about 3 marks there. And then we want to say something like typically used in large scale software systems. Right, they typically use in large scale software systems, things that have a lot of chips riding on it. You want to make sure I use formal transformation for that. That's, yeah, cool. Alright, next one. Complete the table below outlining one advantage and one disadvantage other than cost for the gathering technique used. Alright, so one-on-one interviews. How much marks is this way? 6 marks. Each one of them is 2 marks. Okay, so one-on-one interviews, you get in-depth answers to questions, and you get much more detail. The disadvantage of one-on-one interviews would be that they are hard to get because you have to schedule them. They have to be scheduled. Yeah, basically that's what you're kind of looking for there. So it's at time constraints. Right, time constraints is really the key that you're trying to explain out here. Alright, questionnaires. You could get a wide range and a large number of responses. So in essence, again, more data. The problem with it may not be taken seriously. Or you could have skewed data. Yeah, you could have skewed data. Right, then we go in with observations. Observations allow you to see things that are hard to explain. Or maybe left out. Of interviews, because you're trying to explain that sometimes when people do interviews, they might lie or they might say certain things happen, but you need to actually observe it to see if it's real or not. So that's the advantage. The disadvantage is getting access. Yeah, gaining access to observe is hard, or you could say that it's time consuming to observe over time. Yeah, so that'll be a good 6. Yeah, that's good to me. Yeah, nice. Alright, let's see what we have here. Data for diagram. Local bank is hosting a essay competition for secondary school students. The scenario below describes the essay submission system which would be used for the competition. Student can submit an essay. Alright, so let's see if we could get the types of data here. Okay, a student is an external entity, so students, external entity, submit an essay by providing his or her name, the essay document, and the title to the system. Alright, so pieces of data, we have, they send in the name, essay document, and the title into the system. System accepts the data, so accepting the data is definitely a process. So accepting the data, storing it in a submission file. The submission file is clearly a data store, so we'll highlight the data store. After the submission deadline is complete, a list of essays is sent from the submission file to be processed. After the submission deadline is complete, a list of essays is sent. Okay, so sending a list of essays is sent. That is our process. From the submission file, so pulling from the submission file, I'll just highlight this again just to remind us that that's a data store I'm using to be processed. Teachers automatically sent essays for review. Each teacher rates the quality of the essays assigned to him or her. So the teacher is going to rate the quality of the essay and returns the results. The results is a piece of data. Results the system. When all essays have been reviewed, the results are processed. And students are notified of their submission. So students notified of their submission is a process too. Students this will be read. Students being notified of their submissions. Yeah. So send them a notification basically. Yeah, basically that's what we're looking for. So we have students, teachers. The teacher is actually an entity too. Each teacher rates the quality of the essay assigned to him or her. Okay, so the teacher is automatically sent the essay. Teacher automatically sent essays. Alright, so we missed that part there. Automatically send the essay to the teacher for review. The teacher will send the quality back. Alright, so let's start. I think we have this. So we're going to have I'll try to use the same colors. So we have a student. The student is going to send some pieces of data. The student is going to send will be name, essay document, and title. That goes into a process. This process here will be called 0.1 accept data, I guess. Accept essay. After you accept the essay, you will store it in a submission file. So we're going to store all the essay data in a file. Just go down. What will store in here? We'll put in here by essay details. Alright, we'll put essay details. We name this data store submission file. So we get the first sentence out there. System accept the data stored in a submission file. After the submission, there's a complete list of essays are sent from the submission file to teachers. So we're going to create a process now to assign to teachers, send to teachers. I'll put assign to teachers. Assign essays to teachers. So we're going to pull the same essay details. No. Oh no, this is a list of essays. Hold on. So this list of essays here is actually a piece of data. List of essays is sent from the submission file. So let's call this essay list. the essay list will go to the assigned to teachers, and then it will basically give each teacher will get their assigned essays. What word did they use? Essays for review, or selected essays, or assigned essays. What about assigned essays? Alright, so the assigned essays go to the teacher. From there now, each teacher rates the quality of the essays assigned to him or her and returns the rated results to the system. When all essays have been reviewed, okay, so the teacher is going to send back something called rated results. And the rated results going into some function that's going to take those results and essentially read the results to the system. When all the essays have been reviewed, the results are processed and students are notified. Alright, so we're calling this processing results. Or process results. Yeah, it should be process results. Process results, and the notification goes to the student to say if they've been accepted or not. Status. Alright, so the acceptance status should go back to the student to let the student know, well, whether it was accepted or not. Yeah, that sounds like it though. That looks fairly straightforward. 12 marks for this. This is a lot. There's a little bit for 12 marks. I mean, normally the tutorial diagrams be a little more intense, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, we'll take it. Alright, number 4. Describe 2 ways in which a case tool could be used in the software development process. Okay, a case tool could be used for diagrams. Software modeling. Software modeling diagrams such as DFDs and ERDs can be automatically done. Can be automatically done using case tools to aid in the design process. They could also be used for documentation. Case tools give you the ability to they help you put in standardized documentation practices. Can be implemented so that the software would be maintainable. Yeah. Alright, state 2 disadvantages of using a case tool. It's costly. And it could be difficult to learn. Difficult learn or use for new people. Yeah, costly or difficult to learn or use for new people. Sounds about right. That's not. Oh no. Don't. Right. Part B, briefly describe each of the following terms: white box testing, black box testing. White box testing is the testing of functions / modules with knowledge of the code behind it. Black box testing is testing only the inputs and expected outputs of the function. Yeah, just only inputs and outputs. Test cases. Test cases would be a set of varied inputs, sets of varied inputs, and the expected outputs from a given system. I would say expected outputs, I'll say corresponding outputs. Yeah, corresponding outputs from a given system. Yeah, sounds good there. Corresponding or expected should be good. Alright, as a programmer, you've been asked to design a new online reservation management system for a hotel. The design requirements compiled as follows. Each user should be able to make several reservations in the new system. Is that ERD? Yeah. Entity relationship diagram. Alright, so we could go piece by piece of this. A user. Because they give it in point form. Once they give it in point form, you have a good chance of getting the whole thing correct, because all you have to do is do what each point says. If it was a paragraph, then you would probably have an issue, but this point form one is a nice question to answer. So you have a user is able to make several reservations. So a user makes, that's the relationship, several reservations. Alright, so a user makes several reservations. Now usually, because they can make one or many, you could put one or many here. And you beat one user makes one reservation. Yeah. So one user could make several reservations. What else? Everything. Okay, that's good. Sounds about right, yeah. Each reservation is associated with actually one room, so a reservation is what? Associated. Alright, remember these verbs are the actions that are taking place, so each reservation is associated with exactly one room. Exactly one room means that it's one and only one. So you have to put the double lines. 1, 2. Right. But each reservation associated with exactly one room with several reservations as reservation dates will vary. Okay, so there are several reservations, so that means you have one or many reservations associated with. Or associated with. Associated should be a good word here. Each room has an associated room type. The room type sounds like a attribute. So room, we could put type. Usually we have an attribute and a primary key or something, but this one doesn't look like our primary key. So we'll just put each room has an associated room type, because type is not an entity. Type is a attribute of a room, so we should put it like that. Finally, a reservation is linked to exactly one payment, so a reservation linked to one reservation, one and only one reservation is linked to exactly one and only one payment. I think that should be there. Yeah, we cover all the bases there. The only thing I'm not too sure about is this part here. Each room has an associated room type. That could be, they probably wanted to put the room type as an attribute, but I don't find that making sense. I mean, as an entity, but the room type can't be an entity. Room type has to be an attribute. It's a defining characteristic of the room, so yeah, that would be there for that. Right, yeah. Alright, so that's section 2. Alright, it's that time of the year again where it's time for crash courses, because you spent your whole year fighting up with school, not being able to go to school when you want to, always worrying about COVID, all kind of issues. So I have all the CSEC IT, CAPE IT, and CAPE Computer Science crash courses that you need. I'll be able to give you the whole syllabus in one quick dose to be able to get you over the hump. So here's how the crash courses will be going this year. So for all the crash courses, we have 3 different levels that you could choose from this year. Level 1 is video only. That's just a video that'll be about 6 to 8 hours long that covers the entire syllabus, going through and a kind of like a speed run, explaining every single thing, but not explaining every single thing, if you understand what I mean. Level 2 is a video and a class in April where you get to ask me anything about the syllabus. So you'll get the video in advance, you could watch it about 2 to 3 days before, and then you come to that class and then you ask whatever question you need to ask. And the third one is you get the video, you get that class, and you get access to our WhatsApp group directly to be able to ask me questions at any point in time whenever you're doing any past paper, whenever you're studying any work. And that's how the crash course is going to run this year. So the crash courses will be CSEC IT, CAPE IT Unit 1, CAPE IT Unit 2, CAPE Computer Science Unit 1, and CAPE Computer Science Unit 2. Those are the days. Each one runs from 9 to 12. That's if you take the class option. You will be able to come into that class and ask any question about the syllabus, and of course you will get the video a few days in advance where you can watch through the whole thing. So what are the costs? Well, for all crash courses, CSEC and CAPE, basic, which is the video alone, will be $150. $200 will be for the standard, and the pro will be $250, which is the video, the class, and the WhatsApp group to ask questions at any point in time. So how do you register? You have to makeITsimpleTT.com/crash crash course, and you will be able to see all the courses that are available. You choose the one you want, you register, go through the payments, and then you will be given the video. Once you're given the video, you will be able to watch it at any point in time. Of course, if you register for the other ones, you'll be given the video and you'll be given the timetable of when your class is going to be. You'll be added to a Google Classroom. And if it's a pro, you'll be given the video, you'll be given the class, and your phone number will be added to our WhatsApp group. So that's makeITsimpleTT crash courses. So I look forward to seeing you all. April, everything is going to be launched, so you can register from now, which is from March, for them. And you might just get the video before the end of March. And just in case you're wondering, these crash courses cover the new syllabuses. So the new syllabus for IT CSEC that launched a few years ago, the new syllabus for CAPE IT, and the new syllabus for ComSci. All the new stuff, all the things that they put into the syllabus that may not be always clearly explained, or the current textbooks don't have it, these crash courses have it. makeITsimpleTT.com/crash course. So I'll see you all there.